Hey guys, Tank here. We are live Thursday night, 9:30. Time to have some fun. And tonight is open subject. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything, but one thing we're going to talk a little bit of today is Arma. Arma actually came out with some new stuff today. So unless you've been living under a rock, you probably don't know what it is. Oh, John
I,
Martin's been living
I
under.
haven't been living under a
I'll,
rock.
I'll take the rock.
Take the rock.
I haven't. I've
Oh.
been checking my stuff, and I didn't see anything that was new that they were talking about.
Oh.
I haven't been paying attention. I've been messing with other stuff.
I'm going to say that they're probably going to have something like the Sentin or the Creighton updates or something. Like
Actually, I did hear something. I can't remember what it was. They were updating the 3S vehicle.
Yes.
Ooh,
So basically, the version 5
Notorious.
of the Notorious.
Ooh, Outcast.
This one is not new. This one is new. Creighton 6S version. That one's okay.
Mojave.
Creighton, the roller.
There's a
Okay.
new one. The Big Rock 3S 4x4 version 3.
Yeah, that's been out for a while
2
now.
of the Infraction version 5 of the Typhoon. Version 2. What is your favorite?
The ones I currently own.
And which one do you
the
own?
1/5
None of
Creighton
them.
full roller.
I can't afford Creighton.
I
Sorry,
heard
can't
they were
afford
selling
Armor.
I heard they were selling the 2-wheel drive Granite for like $99 or less recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This one would be fun to have. Like the Creighton like this would be really neat to have.
I prefer the red and black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta admit that.
Fun basher.
You know what? Someone's gotten someone we know got one of those to do 102 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just don't have room for running a basher. That's
Hey,
the
RC
problem.
Max Master, G Greens. G Green, I sent you a message. If you can join in, come on in. If anybody wants a message, a link to join in, message me on Messenger at the Tank RC or my name, Francois Small, and I'll make sure I send you a message or send me an email at thetankrc@gmail.com and I'll send you a link and you guys can come in. Rascals RC, how you doing?
Rascal's in the middle of building a TF2.
Oh, really? A
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's in the middle of building a TF2, and he's going to make it pretty close to being an actual Toyota Hilux as humanly possible, right down to the coloring. So that's going to be interesting to watch.
So he's going to use an original Toyota color for that year?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. It was I think it was like something blue, but I can't remember what it's called. Rascal, pop it in the chat, the name of the color. Just pop it in there. That way I can remember
if you don't.
Yeah, because I can't remember. I know it's a specific Toyota color. I just can't remember what it is. I know it's blue, but that's it.
And me in your group that you've created, I have to write down what my build is going to be and what it's going to be. I got to start putting pictures up and things like that.
Yep. As long as your first picture, there's a new word. As long as your first picture is a bare chassis, everything's good.
I don't
You
even
just
have
got
the chassis yet. I just have the body. They told me get
wow.
the body first.
Game dog.
Get the body first, then we'll talk about the
That was
chassis.
game dog.
Yeah. G Green's just said he'd love to join, but he's on his way to bed. Oh.
It's okay. You can take us to bed with you.
Hello,
Yeah, we got
Dennis.
RC Master says Horizon is jacking up the prices on everything. There we go. 2019 Voodoo Blue. That's the name of the color he's going to be doing his TF2 in.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a recent Toyota Tacoma, probably in the other trucks.
It's
I
on
don't know.
multiple vehicles. I know which one it is, and it is a
Yeah.
very nice blue. And let me
Yeah.
close my door so the phone.
But he did say 2019.
So
Yeah.
it's a modern color.
It's a
Modern color on a
yes.
classic. Backward RC is in the house, yo. Backward RC has been suffering from several RC incidents. He basically destroyed his freshly rebuilt Traxxas Slash by hitting a tree stump at 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, there's a problem about hitting an RC with unmovable object. There's a big issues that might happen.
Yeah, stationary objects and a moving RC don't go too well together.
No.
I've seen rollovers at high speed, and a lot of the cars aren't that bad for wear, but
it's
different story.
But the thing is that, you know, I've often had the same thing happen to me. It's like you'll be on the trail and your truck will take a tumble down a mountain and everything will be fine. But you go to flex over this tiny little pebble, and next thing your shock tower just flings right off. And you're like,
No,
are you kidding me?
that was me the other day. I went crawling for the first time in a year. Okay. Went out. I was just a few minutes down the trail. Link broke.
Yeah.
Right at the rod end.
Actually, the link looks like, well, one of the links
So
looks.
I had to drive it out like that.
From 4-link to 3-link.
It looks like one of your links are bent.
No, it's made like that.
No, it's the way it is to hook to the center.
Yeah, there's some
I
links
was
that are
gonna ask you guys a question.
Oh.
Can I use this in the gearboxes of RCs?
Yes.
why
It's
not?
lithium grease.
Just don't
Should be
go
good.
heavy on it.
Hey, Curtis D.
That can was $1.99. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that. What do you mean $1.99? So why so cheap? What's wrong with it? Is it empty?
No.
Fell off the back of a truck.
Did it fall off a truck and you picked it up
No.
for $1.99?
I got it from Menards. They had it on sale.
Ah,
Oh, it was on sale. That's the reason.
It's a lot of nice grease for that price.
I just buy a tub of this stuff at Walmart for $4.
yeah, I got what is it? Waterproof marine
It's
grease.
13 ounces.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
about
just
right.
marine grease everything.
I got
Well,
the big tub. It's the red
nobody-
sticky stuff.
Nobody goes swimming as often as you do.
That's true. That is true.
Hey, I was in a wash when this thing broke. There's no water in it, but it was a wash.
What's nice about lithium grease, it's also water resistant.
Yeah, come on.
And it's good to put them on ball bearings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If your ball bearings are a little bit noisy, you can give them a try.
You clean them off and you just squirt them again with lithium grease.
Mm. Yeah. But no, the only bad luck I had this week was I took my ZP 1001 for its first trail run, and all the oil in the shocks decided it didn't want to be in the shocks anymore.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah,
You
it
had a
leaked.
puddle. You had a little
And,
puddle.
No, shock oil and sand equals a big mess because I took it to the beach. So yeah, now I've got to clean the truck with a pressure washer.
So how you doing, guys?
What's going on, Dennis?
I don't think I ever found a diff cover on my trails.
Oh, I found my snorkel head video will be up later on today.
Okay, good. G Green.
What's
says
going on with
he
you,
uses
Dennis?
CX10 2 without the diff cover on my trails, and then he
Tomorrow.
realized it's in there.
Not sure
Hey,
how
Ted?
long I ran
Oh,
with someone.
somebody on the trail found it. Cool.
They say 3 days. You say 3 days next week, it's going to be in the 50s.
Whoa.
Supposed to
Yeah.
be in the 80s tomorrow here.
I can't wait to
Whatever.
open up my trails again, see people again. I miss that. I got to think of some new challenges to do. Like I want to do a tough truck challenge, and while we're doing these challenges in the front of the house or in front of the trails, people can go play in the trails. So the trails are just going to be open. Go play in the trails, and then we're going to have sumo wrestling. And we're going to have tractor pulling with RCs, and there's a couple other challenges I want to do. I'd love to do demolition derby. Get some people to build with the metal, with the aluminum sheets, build a body like that, and you just bang each other. It'd be fun.
You could do it with the Legos. They would come apart nice.
Do it. But I've seen people do demolition derby with two-wheel drive slash, but the other one I've seen lately was a TT01 chassis or a sedan chassis, which looks still good. So that'd be fun.
Shock towers on a TT01 tend to be the weak point.
Oh, yeah?
Because I broke one just by accidentally placing another truck on top of it. It went and snapped.
You're not supposed to jump it from 20 feet.
Well, that's true.
The nut behind the wheel, as Brett always says.
Yeah, the nut definitely behind the wheel was loose that day.
Okay.
As far as people talking about hitting stationary objects, the only stationary object I usually tend to hit is ramps at skate parks.
I hit myself.
That's a ramp. That's okay.
I thought you hit fences sometimes at your races.
Well, that's walls.
I just hit myself.
That's one thing you don't need, because according to you, you're falling apart. You don't need that.
Yeah, I think Magnified got hot. That's why he ditched a week.
Not only that, I kind of got irritated by the hair being in my face. So
okay. And plus, Jack's not here to irritate him. So
no, unfortunately, well,
if he shows up, he can put it on.
Yeah. I'll do that. Oh, speaking of Jack, there he is in the chat.
Hitting the Jack.
Hey, you missed the wig.
You missed a wig. You missed Magnified's wig.
Well. But yeah, so yeah, that's the only misadventure I've had this week is all the shock oil decided it didn't want to be in my shocks anymore. But I was rather surprised how the truck went on the trails. It's the most quietest truck I've ever owned.
Okay.
It's practically silent. But yeah.
What truck was that? What truck was that, man?
That's my toy grade ZP 1001. It's, if you've looked around on the internet and you see these scale looking Defender 110s, they're usually on pretty much eBay, Banggood, AliExpress. They're pretty much a clone of a TRX4 if you decided to make both the chassis and the side plates one solid bit of plastic. So the whole thing is just one solid bit of plastic. And, you know, it's a little bit smaller than a TRX4. It's about maybe a 1/12. But I was amazed at, you know, they've got full aftermarket support. So if you blow a diff, you just buy a new diff for $20. They use a weird kind of 8mm hex on the diffs. But the thing is they use a 12mm to 8mm adapter. So if you want to change out the tires, you can do so with your favorite set of rims. So I was quite surprised at how it went. No problems whatsoever on the trail. You know, just went exactly like a proper trail truck would.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, this summer a couple guys came over at my place and they had some Arma Creightons, and they were jumping around. And man, that Creighton sure handles nice in the air. I think if I get a basher, that's the next one I'm gonna get.
What size?
Just a 1/10. If I get one for myself, it's gonna be the 4S 1/10 Creighton.
I thought those are 1/8.
The what?
I thought the Creightons, there was a Creightons that are 1/8 too.
Yeah, there are Creightons that are 1/8, yes. So the one I'm talking about is this one. 50 miles an hour, 4S, because the one you're talking about is this one. No, that's the roller, I think. Hold on.
I know the 1/5 scales do well in the air too when they jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, they proved that at USTE last week.
Version 5, 6S. I think this is the big guy.
I still can't get over how that Raminator jumped off that big ramp.
Yeah.
I can't either.
I mean, it went up in the air and landed nice. I thought it was going to nose over pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was a goner.
How are those tires on that on the Creightons? All the Creightons, are they good tires?
They seem to be okay.
Apparently, everybody loves them because they keep buying them after they blow them apart.
Okay.
Well, I assume they get good traction, so they're a good compound.
Well, it's not so much the compound, it's the lug pattern.
So this is a 1/5 Creighton 8S.
Yeah, the tires are completely different than the other one.
Yeah. Yes.
That one's a V-tread.
This thing's friggin' big. It's a beast.
The one you want looks like its tires will get better wet traction.
Probably. But I got to finish a lot of things before I even can get this guy. I got way too many projects on the go.
Black and green isn't so bad. Wouldn't be
Apparently, Backward RC says the frames bend too easily. Apparently.
Oh yeah, on the Creighton.
Yeah. You gotta immediately go out and upgrade the chassis and chassis braces and add more braces to it.
Cool. Well, it looks like there's another guy in Ottawa that just got his Red Cat 64.
You're just going to have to get together then.
Oh, he got the blue one. So I think he went over at 110 Hobbies and got the blue one because he got a red one and a blue one.
Oh gosh.
You guys will have a daisy chain running them.
Yeah. We're going to play some music at the events and we're going to dance together. Do a parade.
Hey, put them. There you go. You get two of them there. You can put them on the sumo table and see who can out dance the other one.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
I'll
Dance off.
There you go.
It's too bad you can't get the height jump better.
What? Have a bounce off instead of a dance off?
Yes.
All right.
I put down a message, parade time.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
I'm getting ready for another car show this weekend.
Ooh.
Idea. This is going to be funny.
What are you taking up there?
Well, I'm trying to get the big trailer situated. That's what I'm working on right here. Frame rails, suspension, all that fun stuff.
Cool.
Oh, and Frank, I
Hopefully
think
get that done.
Frank, I think I sent you a D12 video where the guy made it 6-wheel drive.
Yeah, I saw that the link that you sent.
What do you think about that?
I haven't seen the video, but I seen the link.
I gotta finish my order for mine.
All the two rear axles are running together off of gears in the suspension area. There's our gears in there.
Frank, what's the tough truck competition based on?
Anything that's tough on the truck, that's hard on the truck. Here, I'm going to put here on the conversation. They're going to be fun on the Sumer table. See what he comes up with. We need a lowrider club. Oh no, not another friggin' Facebook group. So let's see what he says on this.
Why not?
Someone needs to make one in an El Camino, and then you'll be right.
Yeah.
As long as
Come
it's
on,
78.
I'll tell you what, if they had, was it the 58 caddy with the big shark fins on the back?
Are you crazy?
Oh, you're talking about the you mean like those big pink caddies that they used to make? Like I think the 59s, 58s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that body would be cool on it.
A low off.
Yeah, if we actually put it on the sumo table and just go very easy, just as a joke. That would be kind of cool. It would be maybe a good video to start off. It's sumo time, and then you have the two cars coming.
Okay, that would be funny.
But then when you get right head to head, that's when the music starts, and that's when they start going, and they start dancing.
And then you could have a sumo wrestling with them bouncing into each other, so you could knock them off the field. I understand why, bouncing them at each other.
That would be very expensive.
Well, not for nothing. Tank already knows how to spin his in a 360, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool. They start bouncing at each other and bouncing them off each other.
Dance off on the sumo table.
I don't know if I spent that kind of money on one of those and somebody decided to try and knock me off the table, I'd probably put my remote down and knock them out.
Yeah, true.
It was just a thought. It was just a thought, Dennis.
I'll put a beater body on it and do it.
Well, that Hilux body in the background would be good for that lowrider.
Yeah, it'd be good for lowrider, not as a beater body, but I've got an R31 I could put on as a beater body.
Got to find the right wheelbase. There's a couple of people that did find bodies for them.
Oh yeah.
It's a long wheelbase.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say some of the protoform touring car bodies, which are a little bit longer wheelbase than the drift bodies, would work real good for it. So,
What, for the 64s?
Yeah. So that caddy they have, the CTSV would probably work out.
Josh with the RC every day was looking for a body for those, and he can't find anything that's the wheelbase or the width.
No.
Yeah, they're not long and wide, those cars. They are really big for 10 scale because of the vehicle they're based on.
RC Master, not another Facebook group coming from the guy that wanted us to go to 12 Facebook groups for a calendar.
Yeah, that's it.
And then backwards RC says forums are better than Facebook. Can't argue with that.
You're just biased.
Of course I am. And then RC Master says, I just hang out on YouTube. Good place to hang out, I have to admit. Good place to hang out.
There's a lot of groups on YouTube. Well, a lot of channels, but
all I gotta say is the more groups, the more places you can post videos on.
True.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, but it's always the same videos that you see on a lot of groups. Like I get notification from people that post a group. He posted on that, posted on that like 8 times because I'm on the same group as him. Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Too funny.
Yeah, I've known people that posted to 30 groups that they're in and wound up in Facebook jail for spamming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Facebook doesn't take kind of the majority of people doing that anymore.
Yeah, if you spam the same link on Facebook to more than I think 10 times, they chuck you into a 30-day lockup.
Yeah, the most I've shared was, I think, 8, and that wasn't even videos. That was for my event.
I guess it all depends how fast you do it too. Because if you do it within like 2 or 3 hours or whatever, it's not bad. But if you do it within a couple minutes, that's friggin' fast, and that's where they can go, wait a minute.
Hold up.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
No, all I gotta say is put me in Facebook jail, and I'll just
can we get some too?
I'll start using my actual page that I have for my YouTube channel. I'll start posting that way.
There you go.
Oh crap.
I haven't done much posting lately except for the link for the Furby crawl for the kibblers.
Okay. So did you start building Ccxrc's truck yet?
It's just about done. All I have to do is paint it. I'm just waiting for the weather to get nice so I can get out there and paint it. It's going to take all day to do it.
Yeah. Is it a hard body?
Yeah.
What vehicle did you do for him?
Well, it was mine, and then I decided I was going to sell it to Tony because he's doing that Mission barbecue build. It's the Ccxrc.
Okay.
Hey, Dennis,
That didn't work.
Go ahead.
are you good? Really good at painting bodies?
I'd say yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've painted probably at least a couple hundred of them.
Could I ask you one day to do one of mine when I get one? Another one?
Lexan or a hard body?
It might be either, depending on the car.
Lexan's the easy bit.
Which one do you like better doing, Dennis? Hard body or Lexan?
I like doing the hard bodies now that I've done 9 of them. It's a lot easier to paint because everything's on the outside.
Yeah, it is easier to paint. I like hard bodies also. They're easier to paint, I find.
Well, the hard bodies, I mean, they have made some Lexans that are very detailed, but the Lexans, I mean, those are always detailed.
Yeah.
Well,
Six one half dozen the other for me.
To paint because you have to do everything in a reverse order with the colors.
Yeah,
yep.
that's true. Hey, Sang, how you doing?
Hey,
I
good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I saw what you did with the Hornet. That looked cool. I am getting a Hornet though. And they tried to fake me out saying your car was with my car when I just told them paint the car and I'll build it.
Yeah,
And
I got it right here.
yeah, the one with the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the light buckets in front. There you go.
Nice.
It does change the car completely with those lights, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the re-release?
Yes, it is.
They just started, Tamiya just started making lights for those particular cars they make to put on them.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The comic ones.
Comical, yeah.
Yeah, and I got lights in the back as well.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
I just know that they did that for just the regular ones that aren't comical now, that they made those lights.
Okay. Yeah, these are just axial SCX10 light buckets.
Cool. I almost went over to your to the store Sunday with my 64. I needed
You're
to
what?
pick up with my Red Cat 64.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I almost went there Sunday. Like I was there. Okay, I need to go
Hi,
get the
Grant.
paint. So I almost went. So
Yeah, well, bring it in sometime.
do you work Saturday and Sunday or just Sunday?
Unfortunately, Saturday and Sunday, but I think I'm going to cut down to only one day.
Okay.
It's kind of I need a day off to enjoy my hobby.
That's true because
I understand that. Hey, the weather out here is going to get better soon, so I'm hoping to get at least a video in for a couple of cars next week.
yes,
Yeah, I
Sang
know.
Sang has a full-time job,
Yeah.
5 days a week, and then he goes and work at the hobby store during the weekend.
Yeah.
Well, you love your hobby through that job too, but you really
Well-
want to get to actually use them.
Well, the thing is, when I work at the hobby store, I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like more like I'm helping customers, and I feel like I'm chatting because I'd say about almost half the customers are RC customers. So I'm having so much fun, and I also like building static model as well. So I feel like I shouldn't be paid for this because I love what I'm doing.
I've seen, there was a guy, I don't think I've seen a video of his yet, recently. He says, make it RC, uses 1/24 scale cars and makes them all RC.
RC Master says,
Static
Mhm.
models.
real quick, RC Master says, when is Brad getting his RC? He will get it once it's finished painted, and once we ship it to him. So he should be getting it soon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
John Martin has been very busy working and doing crazy stuff at work. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
are
what's
listening.
taking you so long, John?
What's taking me
And-
so long? Let's just say the last 2 weeks, it's called tax season, and I work at a casino, and everybody's in there spending their money. And I've been doing
Crazy.
10-hour days.
And RC84 film says same age as Tank, 68. I am not 68.
Hey,
Don't know where
hey,
you got
hey,
that from.
Are you gonna get the Mud Mad version of that mini?
Hey, this is the Mud Mad that I just got
are
the.
you gonna get it with what I'm trying to say, you're gonna get it with the blue body and the chimney body? Are you gonna get the
Well, I
other?
already have the blue body. This is just I put the yellow body on, lunchbox body on.
Okay.
And you put Euro truck wheels on it. Nice.
I do, yeah.
You know what? I've seen people put rally tires on them too.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
Ralph,
Easy
I would
Froggy
put
that actually
fronts
notices.
all the way around.
Easy Froggy had to notice that you put Euro Trucks wheels on it.
I used to race them, so I remember them. And the back wheels on the Euro trucks, the centers break out them real easy.
Oh,
So
yeah?
you might want to put the fronts all the way around.
Okay, I could see that.
Yep. It's either that or you do on the backside, put a good bead of super glue around it to try to help strengthen it up some.
But this thing is so light that it just doesn't really matter.
It don't take much of a hit to knock the center out though.
Okay, it's good to know. Thanks.
Yep.
I think someone actually made a little. I think they can find little brushless motors to fit in those.
Yeah, but you don't want to go fast. It's
Well, what scale does it end up being that one? What scale is that?
this is probably close to 124, I would say.
It is close to 124.
Yeah,
RC
maybe.
Mass Master just asked that, says, what is the tallest and widest 124 scale RC? That must be it. That must be the tallest and widest.
No, it's one that's been hit by a truck.
A Master, that thing has strut suspension on it too.
Strut suspension?
Yeah, where the spring and the thing that hinges to the suspension actually moves with the wheels. It moves with the A arms. It'll turn with the A arms, or when you turn the tires.
Mm-hmm.
Backwards RC is repeating what I always say, which is Tamiya, not Tamiya or
Tamaya.
Tamiya. Tamiya. Tamiya.
I'll say it in French, Tamillo.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Tamillo.
Or the other word, Kayosho.
Kayosho.
That's it.
I sent a joking video to Frank about the Teton because he said what it means. He hates that name. So I sent him a video of the Teton actually being run in snow.
Yeah.
Believe it or
wow.
not, it had a lot of power, that little thing. That thing was going through some pretty deep snow without a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, Sean's RC Adventures in the house.
Yep. Sean's in.
John,
Jack's back. Hey, 1339 Mac. How you doing? MCAC. Not sure how you'd pronounce that. MCAC.
Welcome in, Brandon. Since I see you're in there.
What's up, Brandon?
There. Cool. Ccxrc. Curtis D. It's shout
Backwoods.
out time.
Hey, Curtis, you gonna join us? You did last week. Wasn't it Curtis D you joined us?
Brandon Timblins.
Oh. I forgot to send a link to Lyle.
Oh, you forgot.
Yeah,
someone
Lyle.
to
You forgot
learn.
about Lyle, a new guy. Well, he's not necessarily new, but new to our video.
What'd you say, Frank?
No, your video cut out when you said, ah.
Oh,
Your video just froze.
yeah, I'm having issues again.
It's because you
No, I
move too
gotta send
fast.
it.
It's when you move
Yeah.
too fast. You change the pixels and your internet just freezes.
pay your bill.
I gotta
Yeah,
send a
Bill.
link to Lyle real quick.
Cool. Thanks.
Hey, Sang.
Yeah.
So how many people have come into the hobby store who are new timers to the new people to the hobby, and they actually found out they really enjoyed it?
Sorry, how many new
How many new
timers
people-
enjoy
how
what?
many- How many new people have come to you and got an RC and actually enjoyed it, and your suggestions of the first ones they should get if they wanted to build or RTRs?
A lot of them enjoy it and they come back. Like basically, I guess my job is to kind of see what they enjoy the most. Did they enjoy building?
Mhm.
And then like what kind of experience they have in the past. I was actually surprised that a lot of people I thought were new, like the first couple of minutes I spoke to, and then they mentioned like, oh, my first RC was the Grasshopper or the Hornet.
Okay.
And right off the bat, I'm like, oh, okay, so you're not new, like you're very familiar with it, but even though it's been 30 years. So it's kind of to get what excites them. Some people like building those more than running. And some people like to get a fast Traxxas or Arma. It all depends, right? And you wanna get the right thing for them, right? Like the ones who wants to get the Arma trucks or cars that goes 60 miles an hour, it's not gonna buy the Hornet.
No.
Right? And the ones that buy the Hornet building, they don't care about a Traxxas or Arma or that does 60 miles an hour. I mean, there are people who has both, they like go fast and also like a shelf queen, but it's all about getting what they really enjoy. And, if you get that, and then they'll come back and so I'm not sure if I answer your question, but most people will, like I haven't met anybody who bought something and then they don't like it and then they just got out of the hobby right away.
Do you
Usually-
find that because of
I thought-
COVID, there's more people that actually went in this hobby?
A lot of new people. There's a lot of new like father and sons, that comes in, like a dad who is, I don't know, let's say in his 40s and the son is like 10 years old, comes in to, hey, I want to get my son into the hobby. So I get a lot of that, probably at least one or two of them per shift minimum, sometimes a lot more.
Okay.
So we get a lot of new people, and also we get a lot of people who were in the hobby like 20 or 30 years ago, or 10, 20, 30 years ago, and they have a car like a nitro buggy or something, or truck that's been sitting for 15 years, and they want to get back into it. So we have those kinds. We have lots of new people and lots of people who took a break for like 15 years and they want to get their cars going. And those are more exciting because I get to look at their vintage cars. And you'd be surprised, most of the time they still work. It's just they need a new battery or need new radio system or
Yeah.
speaker puller.
And-
I
and-
can just imagine it in the hobby shop. All you can hear is
Yeah,
it's
no.
not starting. That's it. I want brushless.
Not-
And you know what? The people who has nitro, like 15 years ago, they didn't know about LiPo batteries. They didn't know about all these battery technology. So they're like saying, "Wow, you could, because back then nitro was you could run it for 20 minutes or half an hour, and NiCad you get 5 minutes."
I was gonna say about 10.
And they're faster as hell, and they're technically just as fast or faster than the nitros.
I think electric is much faster. Well, not much faster, but it's faster now. Like if you were to race, get the best nitro and the best, same scale electric will outrun nitro for sure.
I'm pretty sure that electric holds most of the RC speed records, except for maybe the tethered RCs. But that's just it. It's like back in the day, you used to have people running, 20% nitro, burning their motors out after 15 minutes, from trying to get speed records. And then as soon as LiPo came along, it was like, well, let's put 8S into this.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, woo, records are set.
You could buy like a Traxxas Bandit, which is like the cheapest Traxxas RC 110 scale VXL, and that will do 70 miles an hour right out of the box for about $250 US or 350 Canadian. Right? It will do 70 miles an hour.
That's
Now,
crazy.
talking about that is, which one do you sell the most for bashers? Do you sell Arma or Traxxas for bashers? What do you sell most at the store?
I try to get the customer more into Traxxas.
Okay. Because that's your preference.
My preference, but if you talk to one of my colleague, he hates Traxxas. He would
Okay.
say Arma. So it's a preference. But I think they're both good. I like Traxxas because the store we have
Parts
a lot of
availability.
Traxxas parts. They're easier to get, and I'm more familiar with Traxxas parts. I find they're manual. It's easier to find. Maybe because I'm more familiar with Traxxas. Arma, I find it's a little bit hit or miss.
Oh, that's probably because you don't stock Tamiya. Come on.
Yeah.
No, they have a lot of Tamiyas.
And they
Unfortunately,
should be selling them.
Tamiya to me doesn't have anything that strong, like Traxxas or Arma.
Well, I don't know.
What do you tell them you want to build things? Do you tell them Tamiya to build?
Yeah, definitely go Tamiya to build because I think they have the best kind of instruction and just things fit better. I find it's more fun. Like you feel like you're building something.
You don't have a lot of choice other than Tamiya to build cars at your shop unless it's a dirt racer. Then there's kits for dirt for racing, but I mean for a kit to have fun on the street, there's not a lot of different choices. You guys don't have
Kyosho.
Well, Tamiya is so cheap. Like literally, you could get a TTO2 that comes with your speed controller and motor for $160 Canadian, right? So it's cheap. If you get like a Team Losi or Team Associated racing buggy, I don't know if it comes with wheels and tires or a body. Some of them are just bare bones, and it costs like $400 Canadian.
Yep.
Then you got to buy the tires. You have to buy a half decent speed controller, motor. So by the time you're done, you're going to spend $800. So I'm not going to suggest people who wants to build and say, hey, get this. You're going to need all this stuff to get going. So I would say here, what do you like? Okay, well, that person likes the cars. I would recommend TTO2 or TTO1 or whatever. And if they like to build buggies, and then there's like Tamiya Hornet, which is about 190 Canadian. And it comes with, your motor and speed controller. So you just get a $15 servo, $60 radio, and, $30 battery pack, and you're set. Right. So it depends on if they just want to build and something to run. Yeah, I'd recommend Tamiya. But if they want something to build and really to take it to the skate park or something, like to run like 60 miles an hour, I would steer them away from Tamiya because I'm not gonna, the main thing is to get what the customer wants. I'm not gonna lie to them and say, yeah, get the Hornet, put a 3S brushless in it. You're gonna do 60 miles an hour.
They do have the Slash builder kits.
I've seen them go over 50.
Yeah.
So what you're saying I shouldn't bring my Grasshopper with my 12-turn Traxxas motor to the skate park?
Yeah, it might last like 2 minutes.
You'd be surprised. I brought my TTO1 to the skate park, and you'd be surprised.
But TTO1 is strong. Like it just like the Grasshopper is different, right? Like, the Grasshopper has a weak front end. The TTO2 has a strong chassis. Has small suspension arm. Like it's very like an MO5. They're pretty strong. I used to race them.
Yeah.
Hitting the boards and stuff, and I don't break. Like I think I broke 1 or 2 components over like a period.
That front foam bumper on the TTO1, it's friggin' strong.
Yeah. Now, Sang, you got to remember they do have the Slash builder kits.
That's a nice paint job.
Yeah, but it's not popular here in Ottawa. I think I've only seen one Slash builder kit.
That came out good, Dennis.
Yeah, it's a Venom energy drink can.
Whoa.
160 calories.
Cool.
Have you ever gotten any Kyoshos in your hobby store?
I like the eyes in the front.
Yeah, we have
in the front are a nice touch.
We have a lot of mini Zs.
Pretty cool.
Oh, I mean, the Legendary series, they're expensive, but they're beautiful kits.
Well, right now we have the Kyosho Ultima reissued in the shop.
Oh yeah,
nice.
It's a beautiful, but those Legendaries are beautiful kits.
Yeah, you could order them. It's just that, like you could order Kyosho Turbo Optima if it's available. You could order the Kyosho Scorpion, Turbo Scorpion, any of those Legendary series. It might take a while to get, but I know we have like 2 or 3 Kyushu Ultimas for all us for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You should tell them it. You should tell them the build quality of them, the metal parts on them, the fit and finish are beautiful on those.
They're amazing. Like they're for the price. You know, like the quality you get. Like I build Kyushu Javelin, Kyushu Optima, Kyushu Ultimas, and the build quality, the new kits are amazing. The aluminum, the metal, the shocks, everything fit in so perfect. I don't think you can make a kit any better than that, to be honest.
The Tomahawk. Tomahawk is one of my all-time favorite ones that they make. I mean, I love all of them, but the Tomahawk, for some reason, the pieces on there, I mean, it's just gorgeous. The metal arms, everything. The thing is, I mean, it's quality materials.
Oh, it's a work of art. Like it's beautiful. They're strong and they look amazing. Like
they made them actually. They made them the same, but they just upgraded some of the parts so they could take more power. That's what they've done.
They have this standard gear, I think, from one of their later Kyushu Ultimas. Like they have steel gears.
Yeah.
So the overall buggy looks the same, but the main gearbox and drivetrain, they updated it.
And they're still, and you know what? They still do well, even against modern buggies. They still handle quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe, because they're steel gears. And they also beef up the suspension. So they don't have those red shocks back in the days where it's really thin. They kind of beefed it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dennis, Backwood RC says, "Hey Dennis, thanks for the idea for my new panels for my twin hammer."
Oh, not a problem. Just make sure you get cans that are going to fit properly. You got to get the logos that are going to lay down for your side panels.
Now, how did you do to take the round off of it? Because they always want to bend. What did you do?
Well, just where the can comes up and makes that crease to the top, I cut right around that edge and then just kind of laid it flat down on the table for a couple of days with some weight on it, and it stayed down pretty good.
Okay, good. And how many cans did you use for your body?
For the Capra was 3.
For the Capra, 3 of them? Okay. Cool.
Is that the DC-4 behind you? In your back?
The picture behind you. Yeah.
Behind you. The background.
The Cross RC SP4C.
Oh.
Too many numbers. Just too many numbers to remember all those.
Hey, WL Toy has the same thing. All they have is numbers.
No, that's their part of their Demon line.
Okay.
I was going to say Demon because I heard that they've been called that.
Yep. The Arma Big Rock is a pretty good deal, Curtis D says. I find the Arma Big Rock is a lot like the Stampede. The Stampede truck, it's a lot like it.
You know what I noticed? I wish I would have known about it, and I would have tried to get one if I had the money. Is they had some Raiders lying around, and they sold them for $99.
Some Raiders.
The Raiders, the buggies, those two-wheel buggies, the 8 skills.
Can you still get parts for those? That's what would worry me, because they are 2-wheel drive buggies, and
they were the same as the 2-wheel drive monster truck they had as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know RPM still has a few parts for them.
Okay. Cool.
It's a nice buggy. It really is. It's a nice 2-wheel drive buggy.
So, AZ Froggy, what did you get this week? Some people would say you were gone to get some other stuff. What did you get?
Oh, hold on a second.
Everything and anything.
Hold on.
So, did you guys see that HPI released a new Savage this week?
A new Savage?
Yeah.
It's a Flux edition, but it sits down low like the Creighton and the other Arma.
So do you mean the Savage XL Flux GTXL1?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Long name.
Yeah, too many letters and numbers again.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I got.
It's nice.
I mean,
to
it doesn't look bad.
come out with new things again.
It still looks like the same old Savage as far as chassis setup and suspension. But they widened it again.
Yeah, they've made it up to 6S capable as well.
Yeah. Hey, Brent, I got one of those chassis, or I got one of those bodies sitting on my TC3.
The Team Blue Groove.
No, it's from China from 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. No, a guy in our group he had two of them and he was giving them away. And me and the guy that runs the races had the same idea. Paint went up as a giveaway for the Euro Truck class.
Right.
So we're going to do a bit on the roof with the group name and the year. And I'm going to do the detail on the engine. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to let whoever wins it pick the base color.
Right.
That Savage actually looks like a very nice chassis.
Yeah, they stayed with the similar format.
Yeah.
I see updates.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if there's a lot of update on this guy.
There's a few, like the battery hold down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Battery clip.
I remember seeing those things are beastly.
I've actually got a set of body mounts for that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I just realized that's what they're for.
So you got another Euro truck. So you got a TT01 to put under there?
No, these are going to be giveaways.
Oh.
So you're giving away the bodies or the trucks?
Yeah, the body. They're just bodies that we got.
Okay.
Now, Brent, does the back of that cab come off? Or is it a solid cab?
Yeah. It comes off. It's in multiple pieces. You got the base, the front of the cab, the back of the cab, and a rear bumper.
Yeah, it's multiple piece Lexan, which is getting popular these days.
This is an old setup. This guy's had these bodies sitting around for about 5 years.
Okay, so they're the older bodies, okay?
Yeah, they're Team Blue Groove.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
company that has that 63 Corvette that I have.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for Ed to make me the stencil to do the inside of the roof with the group name and all that. And then I'll do that, and I'll do the detail painting on the motors. And whoever wins it, I'll do the paint job they want for the rest of it.
Hey, Frank.
Hold on. Looks like Dennis wants to show something real quick.
Yeah, I got to get rid of the background. It don't want to let me show it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Who's that for? Is that for who's the pink vehicle for?
on your shelf. That's the same body.
Just Velcroed in.
Yeah, that's the same body.
I
Oh,
left the rear bumper clear. And it already had all the markings for the nitro setup.
Hang on, I've got to get my RC environment enthusiast thing on. It's a rolling violation. It's a gas guzzler. Shoots out fumes.
Now I know how it's supposed to be with the back of the body and all that. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
who did you paint that for? It's pink.
So it can be seen on the track.
Yeah,
For myself. I used to race it.
because it sees you on the track when you see
Mhm.
it. It doesn't match.
That definitely is going to stick out.
That's what you want when you're racing.
Hot pink and hot light pink.
10 other cars on the track, and you need to know which one's yours.
Pink is definitely going to be. That pink is not going to be known for anybody else's.
You're just a macho, Brad. You're
No,
telling me you won't even own anything that's
I would
pink?
wear pink shirts. I have no problem wearing like pink shirts. I have no
Okay.
problem.
I have no problem running a pink truck.
Nope.
Can't miss my bomber. It's super bright.
Who says, I'm never buying a WL toy ever again. You can't buy whatever you want with your cash. I wouldn't run WL toys if Banggood send it. So
Who's this?
I think he doesn't like WL toys. That's what I think.
No. He doesn't like good bang. I mean, bang good.
Banggood.
Good bang.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a good bang for your bucks.
Yeah,
No.
well, I've never had a problem with Banggood ever. Even when one of my orders went missing, they were like, "Oh, sorry, we'll send you a new one." I'm like, "Yep, cool."
Hey.
Express shipped it overnight, and I literally got it within 3 days.
Hey,
The one site I have had nothing but trouble with is I wish my product would turn up. I mean, wish.
hey, WL Toys come a long way. The new vehicles they have out are really good stuff.
Mm-hmm. They've gone from being the toy grade RC into being some of the. They've gone from being the toy grade RC into being some of the more flexible
don't say
RCs out there.
Don't say
And they're using metal parts and everything.
Yeah, you've got full upgrade parts available for them now, which is cool.
I still think they're still toy grade. That's my thought.
Well, the latest buggy is actually some severe competition for some of the big name brands. So yeah, they are changing.
My 14401's a very good car.
Tony is wondering where Dennis went.
I'm here.
So he's there. He just showed us your truck there that he's building for you. It's pink. It's nice. It's nice and pink.
Yeah, you'll be.
No, just kidding.
It'll be easy to backflip and be able to see it.
Yeah, just kidding.
Was that Tony?
Yeah, Tony's in the chat.
Because I can't see chat being on my phone.
So Frank, I made a comment to Frothico on one of his new videos, and he said he didn't know you were still doing these. I told him, yeah, you are. I said, contact him through his, if he had your email. I told him go look for it.
There's a lot of people that comments on my videos and say, hey, where's the chat anymore? There's no chat because it's been 2 months. I haven't done one, but I do them now on this channel. So now I can't wait to go back into the other one. We'll get more people again, but it's especially the viewership. So we'll see. Oh, what are you showing there? All right, let's show this spotlight.
Tony, there's your truck. As soon as the weather gets nice, I'm going to get it painted.
There, Tony, there's your truck.
Is Tony going to trail ride that one?
No, he's going to leave it on the shelf. Of course he is.
I don't care what he does. He wants to buy it. That's fine. I don't care what people do with anything that I sell. Least of my worries.
Well, if you sell a WL Toys to RC Master, he says he's going to recycle it. Well, first of all, you wouldn't pay for it.
I wouldn't take it.
Tony says, "Oh man, looks good." Curtis D says that's awesome. So maybe next year he can bring it to the event he just went to.
Yeah, you'll be able to bring that to USTE after you get your Mission Barbecue setup done in the back.
Yep.
Flat black with black interior.
He can win another trophy.
There you go. But you have to get a trailer behind it with another barbecue setup on it.
Yeah.
He says he wants to make a working barbecue. Actually wants to try to grill little things on it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kevin Gibbs says, hello, Frank, Dennis, Brett, Magma, Sang, and Brad.
Hello. Kevin. Hope you're feeling good.
Yep.
I know I'm not feeling too hot today. I got home from work, sat down, and that was a mistake. Now my back is torn.
I'm just tired. It did me good to go outside today to go to Walmart, because being in the house all the time, it just sucks. It's for the moral, and it's no fun.
Yeah, you gotta get some fresh air.
Yeah.
There we go.
I got fresh air and wet. I was crawling on the rocks and a wave came up, and next thing you know, I'm wet. So,
Tony says, I barbecued my Jeep with a propane torch today.
Oh, good grief.
oops.
Oops.
You do know it's easy to remove the roof with the
All right,
latches.
Sean, you still hanging
It's a
around?
lot cheaper.
I hope you're talking about your 1/10 Jeep and not the full size Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah, the
Gibb.
1-to-1 can get pretty costly.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed with Kevin. What happened, Tony? You can't leave us hanging, man.
A saying, I forgot. I should have asked you this. It seems like those men who brought in their sons, he wants to get them away from his doing the video games. That's what he wants.
Possibly.
Yeah, I want my son doing that instead of being in front of the TV screen like that.
Yeah.
Outside and playing with those and building them.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. You're right.
And you know what? A lot of 10-year-old kids pretty much will go, hey, I'll do this too.
So he says it's his full size Jeep. All the fenders are black again.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
He's destroying that vehicle all the time, every time I hear him talk about it.
Probably. Sang that Subaru MU that I built there, the black chrome, turned out pretty good.
You mean the Isuzu, not Subaru?
No, yeah, the Isuzu.
Isuzu. Yeah, it looks really good. I like it.
Yeah, I built it with my son. He enjoyed it. He really enjoyed building the shocks. Actually, like he says, that's one of his favorite ones is building the shock, putting the oil in it, and all that. And the other part he really liked is playing with the caliper, like
Yeah.
stuff. So
The look on his face when he was messing with
I
those.
do have him come and build my shocks.
Well,
So he likes making all the bubbles come out of the shocks.
yeah, but he wasn't happy that my shock, the first one I built, had the best spring out. Like it was coming out pretty good. And all the one he was building, he was pushing on it and it was staying there. Like
Oh no.
there was nothing. So he goes, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I want to know. I want to know. So,
Hello, Tony.
yeah.
Hello, Sean.
Sean.
All the bubbles come out of the shock.
Whoa.
Oh.
Everyone.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What's up, Tony?
uh-oh.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
we hear our video just a little bit from your
No, I think it was my phone.
was yours? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Hey, Sean. I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, you're finally getting it.
Nice.
That's a friggin' long trailer.
That's a
Yeah.
awesome trailer, man.
I had to get 4-foot-long strips of aluminum L channel to make the bottom here.
Cool.
I got to mount the shocks still and then make a plate for the fifth wheel hitch.
Wow.
I'm going to leave the back and the top open for Saturday because I got to get some more material. But at least they'll be pulled behind the truck.
So, Tony, you really like the USTE this year?
Me? Yeah.
Besides
amazing.
the weather in the beginning.
What?
Besides the weather in the beginning, it was 50 to 57 degrees outside in Florida when it was raining, but
Yeah, that wasn't bad though. It really wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
a
mind
lot of
rain.
trucks got all messed up from all that rain after they drove around.
Well, most of them, if you took it out, you knew it was waterproof. I mean, some
no,
of the trails
that's-
anyway, you were going
I'm
through
just
water.
talking about the dirtiness. I'm not talking about they wouldn't go through it. I'm just talking about the dirtiness.
Oh yeah, but they had hoses and stuff. You could wash off. It wasn't a big deal.
So how many trails did you hit?
5,
Okay.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
The thing is, we
biggest-
2 twice and we hit 1 twice
Okay.
because 2 was awesome, and I wanted my kids to go on it, and they wanted to go on 1, which was like the big hill they have there,
Okay.
which is actually pretty epic. But I didn't want to do it again, but they saw it and wanted to go on it. So,
Hey,
um,
are you going to get a vehicle for vintage class next year?
I might.
And you already talked
It was
about
pretty
what you liked.
awesome.
You already saw something that you liked that I like that they're coming back out with that you said you would like to have because you like the way it looked.
The Dune buggy.
Yeah, that vintage one with all the metal.
Yeah,
Buggy?
Mm-hmm.
the little Beetles were awesome.
Those sand scorchers.
Yep.
Those are nice.
That team, what was that team blue thingy that made your body, Brett? They do one for the Sand Scorcher as well, I think.
Yeah.
Team Blue Groove? Yeah.
Yeah, Team Blue Group.
I could see you having one of those and you'd be racing in the vintage races with it.
Yeah, just for fun. I mean, the hardest part about USTE is they do so much
Yeah.
that as a filmmaker, I just want to stay in that middle square the whole time because
Yeah,
they had
that's the biggest
drag
issue.
races.
Yeah.
They had drag races. They had the vintage races. They had monster truck races. They had semi trucks. They had all this stuff that happens right in the center. And so people that want to show everything that happens, you want to stay there, which means you don't really get out to the trails that much. And I just skipped the drag races. Like they had 2 TRX4s that were stock that they supplied and the winners kept them.
Okay.
And you paid to get into it. It was like $5-10. It wasn't bad. But I wasn't even gonna go film it. Like I was like, I'm on the trail. Like we're skipping this because otherwise I'll never get out.
Yeah.
So
It sounds like a
Not many
bank of
people-
stuff.
Not many people are showing a lot of the semi stuff on their videos that I've seen.
it was. So I know Big Squid got some stuff, and I think RC Every Day did. So hopefully they'll show it. I didn't get any of it when they were actually driving them.
I just want a
and
good
doing
shot
the
of the track.
competition.
I just want to see a good
I
shot
have
of
a
the track.
driver shot of- I showed all the show trucks on display and all that, but when they went to actually drive them, I was interviewing J Concepts, I think.
Okay. That's the
And
biggest
something
thing is you when you go to an event like that is what do you do? Do you socialize? Do you interview people? Do you film? Or do you participate, which means do you just do the trails? That's the biggest thing for me. When I went to the G6, I was with my son and I had to go on the trails with my son. But then on the trails, people saw us and they wanted to talk to us and they want to say hi. They want to do that. But like people were passing us and my son is there. Okay, come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. Let's go. Let's go. Like, but people were talking to me. So I'm there like torn between like, and do I film at the same time or just do I enjoy myself? That's the biggest thing when you go to big events like that is what do you do?
It sounds like
Yeah.
a banquet of stuff.
It really is. They have a little bit of everything. And I think because the hardcore people, they just right to the trails, right? They got there, they send it in, and they could have cared less. They probably did a loop around, but they were there to run the trails. And so they did that. I just had a different objective. It was my first time. I was trying to see everything that was available. And there was a lot. And I mean, then they do the Basher Park thing at the end. So probably if I had more time Friday, I would have probably hit more trails Friday because there wasn't as much going on in the center. But it was raining, so I did get out there with Swampers RC for we were only out there 30 minutes because we both wanted to participate in the show and shine. So we both just basically cut the trail and went back to make it back in time.
Yeah, and it's weird he changed that around this year because normally the show and shine is the very first thing before he even opens the trails. Like, normally, you know.
Because they were hoping that it was going to stop raining. It's supposed to be when it was going to be dry.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
what I was figuring.
It kept raining anyway, even though that was the time when the weather said it would stop.
Yeah, because normally,
Florida never stops when it's supposed to.
yeah, because normally he does the show and shine, then he opens like the trails normally didn't open on a Friday to 10 or 10:45 or something, like, you know.
Yeah, so the show and shine wasn't until 3:00, 2:45.
Oh, wow, was that late?
It was the end of the day, yeah. And so literally that would have pretty much been that only thing that happened that day. So it would have just been open trails.
Oh yeah.
And they had all the classes that day, which I stopped into 2 of those, but yeah. It's an awesome. I mean, it's really, really well run.
You should have taken the Traxxas recovery vehicle.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, it services GCM Racing as well.
Did you get any comments on that?
Just a couple.
Okay.
Most people didn't look. I mean, it's pretty small, so
Yeah.
They weren't usually looking at the back of the truck, even in the show and shine. But
Did
yeah.
you see the cardboard figure of GCM Racing?
Yeah.
Yep, they had miniature ones, and then they had the full size they brought out the next day.
Oh, they had miniature ones?
Yeah, they had miniature ones that they put next to the trucks up on the display stand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's flattery.
It was cool. I mean, like I said, it was super well run. One of the most like well-oiled events I've been to. They just things went when they were supposed to. If it was on the schedule, it was on time. So
Rob runs a tight ship. You know.
yep. And even when they changed it, it was on time for the change time.
And
Yep.
what happened to your Jeep? What do you mean you barbecued it?
Oh, I saw a tip. Somebody was talking about a clodbuster where all the parts turned gray when they cleaned it. They used a 2 abrasive cleaner, and somebody said to just hit it with a propane torch and it would restore the black. And I'm like, I wonder if that would work for my Jeep. And so I Googled it because all my fenders and stuff are plastic and they're all faded black. And I've done a whole bunch of products and it just fades again in like 2 weeks. Well, sure enough, on YouTube, there's everybody hitting their Jeep fenders with a propane torch and just slowly going back and forth and heating up the plastic so it basically resets the mold of it mixes the gray and the black that's underneath it together and it all turned black again.
It brings the oils back out to the top and brings it to a nice shine.
Yeah, it shines like new. It looks brand stinking new.
I've known that for years since my dad was a body man. That's an old trick.
Yeah, it was sketchy around the gas tank, but whatever.
Yeah.
Gas cap.
You can weld on a fully filled
Exactly.
gas tank.
So
And it's
Axial Fest, Tony, what would you reckon? An SMT or a bomber?
SMT-10 or a bomber?
Yeah.
I'd get the SMT-10.
Yeah.
I still don't know what to do with my bomber.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the trails aren't made for it.
Yeah.
It's too wide for most of the trails, and there's more things I can do with the SMT-10.
So maybe I'll have to pick up an SMT-10 then.
They do that rock race like a G6 with the bombers and the race over there.
That's the only thing I've ever used mine for. Literally the only time I've ran it is for that race at Axial Fest. So,
Cool. Who was asking earlier, what is a tough truck challenge?
Hey, Tony.
Sure, Frank.
I'll let you know.
Tough truck challenge.
Yeah, somebody was asking.
The
me. I think it was
TTC?
magnified. Yeah.
Hang on. I'm scrolling back up
Isn't
to the
that
chat.
you, Tank, that does the TTC?
Kind of.
I think it was might have been RC Master. I'm
And
not
Crazy Joe does a real good one. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, they do the mudding, they do all that stuff, right?
Rude
Tough Truck
boys.
Challenge is a whole bunch of different challenges for trucks. There's 90% of the time there's mud run that you have on it. I
Pulling.
don't have that here,
Oh, no.
but it would be nice. You have sometimes hill climbs. You have pulling contests. You have anything that's pretty much tough on the truck to actually break an axle or pulling. So I'm going to have some pulling. I'm going to have smoking motors. Yeah. I'm going to have some sumo wrestling pulling.
Oh, that's fun.
I want to try demolition derby. I want to try that. I have a little arena of that. And
A dance off.
I might have a tug of war. Tug of war would be fun. That's good for burning motors also. But I want people to go with weights. So it's going to be, if I do a competition, it's going to be like pulling. It's going to be, if you have a 2-pound truck, you're going to pull with a 2-pound. If you have a 5-pound, you're going to pull against a 5-pound. So I wanted to be fair like that. So,
it was G's Green's RCs that asked that.
And
yeah,
he's
probably
already in
gone to
bed.
bed now.
He's gone to bed.
Cool.
You might want to get some new sandals. He
Hey,
grabbed the ones off the cage.
Cool.
Hey, Tony.
What's up, Brad?
Tony. Yeah, hey, you think of going to the Poke this year?
The Pope?
The Pope?
Poke.
I saw the Pope last year.
No, the Poke. The Poke.
Poke? What the heck is a
Poke.
poke?
what the hell's the poke?
Whatever the Poke. You know what you did in Nelson's Ledges.
What, poker run?
The poker run.
Poker runner. Sorry, I thought that.
Poke.
Now,
What the hell's a
I'm
poke?
looking at that thing in
No.
Kentucky.
Oh, the Beat the Creek one.
The Beat the Creek looks amazing.
Yeah, it does look really
Beat
good.
the
Like
Creek, it would be fun.
in Kentucky. It's they have a lot of sponsors just lined up with Axel, Proline. Everybody's just
It's a big event.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered a UMG 10 before they case they discontinue them. I don't think they will, but
Yeah.
it's
think
a
it's probably
SCX 10 too, so it's already kind of on the way out. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll just be a V2 version, like an SCX3 type axle or something on the Unimog.
well, I mean, if anything deserves portals under it.
Yeah. So that's probably what it'll be. Like it'll be a V2 version.
But yeah, so I got the other one, and then I wanted to get one before the USTE to take, but I knew I wouldn't be able to build it. But when I saw the one that they had with scalar fab in the bumpers,
Yeah, I've seen that video.
Here's one you got to get, Tony.
so good.
You got to get this guy to jump with it.
Yeah, it looks good. I hate the side battery compartments, though. I almost refuse to buy vehicles. I haven't bought the Baja Ray because of it.
Why? It makes it so much balanced. But
they're in compartments. It's a pain in the butt to get them in and out of the compartments and have batteries that fit in them.
Yeah.
Also, when they're on fire, it's going to make everything else toasty.
It's a disaster.
I hated it. I hated it in the Revo. I've hated it in any car that's had it.
Oh yeah.
And
See, on mine,
choose not to
I got
buy
the
them.
side plates on mine, but the ESC is actually over here in the front, and this receiver box is not there. So the battery actually sits right in here, and it's perfect, right in the center. That's where my battery is.
Oh, you just put it right in the middle?
Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. Like that, I done like 3 or 4 runs with a UDR, and I just couldn't. I just sold the thing.
When you have to switch out batteries, I just hate it.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's a
like,
nightmare.
over it. And if they're not the right size, they slam all around inside there and get all damaged. And
let me tell
that
you,
one's a little better because you can put foam in there and it'll actually hold the foam. It won't lose it. But
That's what I do in my cars with the short pack.
I don't even bother. If it's got Velcro, I just say screw it. It holds. If I strap it tight enough, it's not moving. So
on 6S, this thing will beat an 8X X Max. I guarantee you that.
And it's what size? 5th scale?
Mine actually beats it already. I don't know if this is 5th scale, but it's just as big as, almost as big as the X Max.
Okay.
Oh, it says it's capable of 22.2 volts.
It looks like a 7th or 8th scale, or 7th or 6th scale. Then
yeah.
Yeah, and Armour, they released a roller today too, didn't they?
Yeah, the 5th scale.
The
EXP.
I mean, the XL has me curious. RC Sparks used to beat those things up.
Oh yeah, the XL is, and this is basically what I got. Mine originally was not an XL, but GCM made those side plate to make it an XL. So so I got the tough and dry shaft from GCM. I got the gears inside, all the diffs inside for it. So it's friggin' nice. Oh, that's a nice friggin' truck.
I had a Savage SS that refused to start.
They're beasts. I watched them run, and they're beasts.
Well, if you're going to do a metal chassis, I mean, that's a way to do it. You have way more strength to take an impact when they're up and down like that.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
I think Sang missed seeing that truck.
That was good, Froggies.
I don't know. Did you see that, Sang?
Yeah. Is that a Tamiya? I don't know. King
Semi.
Kong, I don't know. What is it?
King. It's been modified. Yeah.
It looks, that's amazing. I like it.
Nice.
So.
Wow.
Now, all you need to do now, Brett, is replace Matco tools with Ccxrc down the side of it.
Well, the Matco might be going away, but I haven't decided yet.
Happy toys.
Yeah.
Love it.
Now you just need the trailer for it, the front trailer, to put that
Hey,
tab on.
Tony, question for you. That's a Tamiya trailer, right?
Yeah.
Do you have the instruction book for it?
Is that a Stephen King movie, truck, whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it say Happy Toys on it?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of evil things in the truck.
What was that movie called?
Overdrive or
Was
something?
it Overdrive? Yeah.
Maximum
Yeah, I think it was
Overdrive?
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have the little painted, the guy to paint right here.
Now, do you have the manual for that? Yeah, the front. Yeah.
Hey, Sang, do you ever watch the guy? Oh man, why can't I remember? He restores vintage stuff. Doesn't matter pretty much what it is in RC.
Yes.
He took. Did you see that one he did of Gizmo with the Corvette body, and he used one of the buggy chassis, the old buggy chassis from back in the 70s. He made one. He took the chassis from that and he put the Corvette body. It looks exactly the same. He made it exactly the same as it was in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and he had the little guy driving around in it from
Gizmo.
Gremlins.
Yeah, and he got the right suitcase colors. He got the right paint job on the Corvette, and he used the Tamiya chassis that I'm hoping that Tony will get one day to go to do a vintage stuff with.
Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot that was a pink Corvette.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a cool.
It's
It was a
something
cool
I could
video
see
he
Sang
posted
doing. Sang was
recently.
good at those types of things.
Cool. See you later, Max Master.
So Tony, you're building that trailer and
Yeah,
truck.
the Master.
You're doing that with
it's called Link.
Harley, right?
Brad.
You and Harley are doing a build off with those?
Me? No. Skill Builders Guild is doing the computer build them.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's called
Build
Luke
off.
Vintage RC. Luke Vintage RC is the name of the channel.
Brad, they're talking. They were asking questions. I know you wanted to say your point, but they were talking. They were having a discussion. You're cutting off people again tonight. So yeah, they're yeah, Dennis. So they're doing a build off bidding computers, but what kind of trailer are you going to put? You got to buy still a trailer for the front of that truck or that trailer, right?
Oh, I have it, and I have. It's already built. The axles are on backwards. You know how that happens to everybody. So I have to take one of them off and flip it, and then I have to mount this Peterbilt style and finish it. It's from Shapeways.
Okay.
And do some modding to it. It actually doesn't need this rear part of it, which is what's funny. Like for that actual maximum overdrive truck, you wouldn't have this.
No.
Yeah, it was a day cab. It wasn't a sleeper.
So I'm not sure why, but the guy that I got it from had bought all that and spent like $400 having it printed by Shapeways. So, but I think I might just cut off the back of it. We'll see, and then use some of the other plastic to, glue it back together, trim it, and
Easy
So, but it's for a grand hauler, so it's too long.
A day cab is narrower, or
Day cab is like what my blue one here is.
It just doesn't have the big piece on the back. It's just
They don't have a sleeper.
That's a day cab.
okay,
No
okay.
sleeper.
No sleeper.
Okay.
yeah. So that's just the guys doing local runs, not
Yeah.
going cross country and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
for-
that literally is the truck I need right there in black.
Yeah. Yep.
Wrong
Well, if you're-
headlights and stuff, but it would work. It'd be close enough.
Yeah, but you
If
can
you're
shave
nice,
that down and change the headlights easy enough.
if you're nice to him, maybe he can make you a very good deal.
I do.
It does look like a Peterbilt.
This is
though.
down here because somebody wanted to buy it.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
just
really?
chatting and I mentioned I had it. He wanted to see it, so I brought it down and showed him.
I just want the trailer.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
looks like
Yeah.
Tony's interested in selling, so just make a deal.
so that's what he wanted was the trailer because he
Okay.
can't find the Happy Toys one.
Oh,
I was saying
don't
I was going to
care about
rewrap
Happy
it
Toys.
probably for Gravedigger and do like a monster truck style trailer.
Yeah.
With 6-wheel drive. A
What?
monster truck with 6-wheel drive.
Oh, a monster truck trailer, Brad.
Oh.
Yeah,
Real
monster-
Open
That they
your
haul
ears.
them into the shows.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be
But
more
those-
my style.
but it won't match because those are not the right scale.
They're 14.
monster.
I'd have to make one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have like the little 16 scale ones that I actually have like the 12 scale. Or what
Okay,
is the
those little monster truck. Okay, I get it.
But you could get bodies for the SCX 24s and they would work, no? If you got monster truck
Too
bodies.
small.
It'd be too small,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
have because the trucks don't fit anyway, so you have to have like transport tires. But I do have like the what's that crawler that they did, ECX Barrage or whatever. ECX
the
made one
Barrage.
that was Doomsday.
Yeah.
So I have two of those with like the monster truck wheels on them that I was looking at basically building a cage for them and making them a monster truck I could put in it.
And to set up to put in a trailer, get some of the skinny setup wheels for the touring cars, and put those on, and they'll go right in the trailer.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a
They
couple.
always
Even one of
take
these semi wheels would work probably because that would be close.
They take
The Euro
mon-
truck wheels would work. Yeah.
Yeah, they take the monster truck wheels off though in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, they
don't
load
bring
the
the trailer.
truck in it. Yeah, and then load the tires in at the back.
You mean they can't drive a wide without saying a wide load on it?
Won't fit inside
No,
the
won't
trailer.
Won't fit the
That'd be
trailer.
a really wide load.
On a flatbed.
Cool.
Yeah, how wide are the actual monster truck tires? They're what? 2-3 foot?
4 or more.
Are they?
4 foot.
In real
They're
life.
4 foot wide?
Yeah.
And what are they, more than 6 feet tall?
Well, they're
Just
66s.
They're 60.
Oh, yeah.
They're like 5 feet tall.
Right.
Yeah.
62, 60.
Well, I
if you
think
go
some
to
of those
Hooners
cars are
and
even
Ferrari,
bigger than
when
6 feet.
Adam Anderson was there with Son of Digger. He was talking about the tires and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weigh like 500 pounds a piece, don't they?
All right. Not if it's the SCX.
Well, let's just say I wouldn't want one of those tires to fall on me.
No,
Yeah, no.
I assume they weigh hundreds of pounds, those tires. Each tire weighs hundreds of pounds.
Oh,
So, Tony, here's a question for you. Since you went to the Monster Jam, did they do the pit party?
Only on Sunday.
Only Sunday?
And they're in like caged off areas with microphones to talk to people.
Oh,
Right.
So you can't
wonder
like go
how
up and
they do
talk. Yeah, it's all distance. So
well, like I said, I didn't know with everything if they did the pit party or if you showed up and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Hey," you know.
well, no, I saw them because they were doing the Dennis Anderson thing. So they were all sitting up on stage. So yeah,
Did you have a special pass or anything, or just a regular pass like everybody?
just regular pass. We just
Okay.
showed up and we were just normal people. I mean, I don't think they're giving much to anything because of COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to keep it pretty locked down just because of everywhere that they're going and stadium rules and all that. So
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know if since you know them, like you know them.
yeah, I said hello to Weston when he was there and talked to him for a minute, but I mean, they're busy, man. It's
Well,
game
yeah,
time.
yeah,
They got to be
I understand
focused when you're going to drive a big truck like that.
Yeah.
I guess.
So no, I just texted him and sent him videos and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that the trucks that they were driving, they weren't driving the normal trucks. Were they just trying to keep Gravedigger just for Dennis for that show?
No, Kristen's driving Gravedigger all this year.
Oh, is she?
Yep. So they're only doing one set of shows every weekend, so they can't have multiple Gravediggers running every weekend like normal. So normally they'd all go to different shows, and there's always a Gravedigger at every show. So
No, I'm saying I'm surprised they didn't have Son of a Digger there.
yeah, they're driving. They have sponsors that they have to.
Oh, okay.
Of the
I
trucks that they're.
didn't know what that whole dynamic was going this year with everything.
Yeah, so
They were
of the
just-
field of trucks that they have to do, they have their trucks. They have Gravedigger. They have the Megalodon. They have sponsor that they have to do is Bakugan Dragonoid because that's Spin Master and that's the toy thing. And then Then they do the zombie. So a lot of them are because they're kid favorites too. You know, like you got to have the shark, you got to have the zombie one. So, and then in that, how do you take these drivers and move them around? Because they could field more, like they own Son of a Digger and all that kind of stuff, but it's cheaper for them to have. So they'd have to pay drivers to be in all of those trucks in order for them to drive their trucks. If they brought back like Gravedigger Legend or whatever for the other guys to drive Son of a Digger, well, then they got to put somebody back on staff to run the other trucks.
Yeah.
So the way that they're doing it is all the other trucks are hired in, like it's a paid like contracting. So Avenger and Team Scream brings in a couple of trucks, and so they're paid a flat rate to bring their trucks. Monster Jam doesn't have to do all the repairs, all the stuff to their trucks. You know, so they're on kind of, I don't know exactly how much they do for them and what they don't, but it's less money for them to pay them to supply trucks. That's how it is at every show. That's when you see Mikey Vaughters, Overkill Evolution. All these guys are basically just, hey, we'll pay you to come run your truck in the show.
Yeah.
It's just cheap for them.
It was really neat to see the shark with the fins at the back and on the side, how it was flapping and moving.
They flop, yeah, it's really cool looking in person.
Yeah.
I don't typically like the ones that are modeled after like animals, but I do like the Megalodon one and I do like the zombie one, but typically I like more of a regular truck style.
The mutt is nice. The mutt?
Monster mutt? There's a couple different dog ones.
Is it still around? The monster mutt?
There's Monster Mutt Dalmatian and that.
Oh, yeah?
Well, that was Candace Jolly, and she's retired, I guess, or something. There's a lot of them they had to let go because of COVID.
Also, what's her name? Colette, Adam LZ's girlfriend now. She used to drive one of the monster trucks years ago.
Yep, there's that. There was the El Toro Loco was another popular one.
Yep.
With the bullhorns and all that.
Of course, like you said, Team Scream with Avenger and them.
Avenger. Then they have Ray that was there. They've got several trucks under their lineup, but they've got Brutus too with Team Scream, which is a dog one.
Do they have do they actually have Grandpa Digger and a Grandma Digger?
No.
No. But they call it like Grandma Digger was the original, and it's sitting in the lot. It doesn't run. Oh, yeah. They call it Grandma because it was the first. But,
it
was good. I will say this: if you have a chance to go to one, it is a well-oiled machine. It was like USTE. Everything that we went to was just so well run. From Universal was really well run. With all the COVID distancing and lines, how they managed those was amazing. Monster Jam, 2 hours. They did racing. They did the 2 wheels competition. They did an intermission. And they did the freestyle. So they're fixing these trucks and whatever that are breaking, all that, and they're just keeping it moving like you wouldn't believe. One race ends, the next ones are already, firing up and getting ready to go to the line. It was really, really well done. There's not a lot of downtime. It's a show. When's your next comp, Tank? Are you shut down?
Yeah, there's too much snow right now. But no, when things reopen, I will do some more competition and things like that.
Is it still 50 people limit?
Yeah, last it was 20. Before that it was 30. But I've been hitting close to 30 people on all my comp. But when it was knocked down to 20, I was having 20 people. Like it was filled up.
Tank, I have a suggestion.
Oh.
Set fire to an RC, burn it, call it a cremation, and you can have 50. It's a funeral then.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay then.
Good suggestion, but I don't think it's gonna fly if the cop shows up.
To help that out, just put in a Castle Cremations system in it.
That's it. Castle
They're all gonna
cremation.
wear-
Chest of Freemasons.
and we're all gonna wear black T-shirt with my writing on it, "Smoking Motors."
Yeah.
There you go. But
I had so much fun crawling. I got the bug again, man.
Good to hear.
well, hopefully, if the borders open up, I'm gonna have some U.S. guy come over. A couple years back, there's guys from New York that actually came up.
Yeah, I realize I'm only 6.5 hours from you, so I drive farther to Dennis's, I drive farther to USTE and so that your
Dennis,
event
you're
would
in
actually be
PA, right?
your event would actually be the closest.
Oh,
So
really?
at 6.5 hours.
Oh, he's in Ohio.
Yes,
Where
I
Where are
am.
you at in Ohio? We're at in Ohio.
I'm-
Right
I'm
near the
dead
border.
center between Cleveland and Akron.
Columbus, Akron. Okay.
But I want to do a beat the clock again. I'm the only one that does a beat the clock, and it's kind of cool. Doing the beat the clock is you're running against time.
Yeah.
So
You should call.
you can call what
They should call it Beat the Frank.
beat the clock because you're
Have
running.
any of you
against the
ever
clock.
used a set of beadlocks like this? Freaking weird. The first time I said, so this piece, you have to actually bolt this to the wheel first. Instead of bolt that to the wheel, then this piece actually goes into the beadlock. Then you screw the beadlock to this piece that's already bolted on the wheel.
What brand is that?
I don't know. They're for art. I'm putting them together, but they look nice when they're put together. Like
Whoa.
That
I
is
still
nice.
had to do the middle. I'm putting them together for RC intro. Like,
That's what I
Chromium-
just made, dude. Those are like the ones I just made.
Those are
Yeah.
like chrome blue. Those are like a chrome blue.
So you put, so yeah, so you got to put this piece on the wheel first.
Yeah, so that's basically your hex.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably because they have the ability. It's easier for them to do those in different colors, and then you just bolt it on.
Yeah, and then this bolts into the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Weird.
Hey, Sean, how many different chrome metal rims do you have? Chrome colored rims, sort of. Chrome different colored painted
Not that
rims.
many. I realized the other day, like 90% of my rims are black. I didn't realize that though. I was looking around the other day. Most of them are all black.
Well, there's chrome black, then there's chrome, and then you got the chrome
No,
blue.
they're all
that you're
just
holding
black.
up. They have chrome reds and yellows and pinks and
No,
oranges.
they're all black, and these aren't for me. These are for RC intro. For
Well,
me.
I'm just saying they just have the chrome color on it, a chromish color.
Hey, Trail Critter's in the chat, and Jack's back,
Jake. Jake.
Jake,
and Javier is there. also.
Javier, what's going on?
hey Javier.
If you guys haven't seen it already, Jake, aka Trail Critter, has got one of those new Hobbywing Fusion motors.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw his thumbnail.
Yeah, it looks like an amazing bit of kit. Be interesting to see
I
how it
didn't real-
goes.
I didn't realize to make it fit in the SCX 10.3, you have to modify front of the SCX 10.3.
I think he said he's putting that in his bomber.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the same you have to do if you do a 550 can. You got to do a little shaving.
Yeah, you had to shave the front of it a little bit because
Yeah.
RC Intro, who these wheels are for, he couldn't get it to fit. And I was like, Mick, just wait, I'll call up today and let me see. And I called up and I was like, Mick, you had to shave it, like, it doesn't fit. It makes it a 550. Like, so.
It's exactly the same size of 550. You got
Yeah,
to
so I
shave
had to
it.
shave a little bit of the front plastic.
It's not too bad though.
Yeah,
550 cans are wider and longer, correct?
but he was about to
It's
throw the
longer.
freaking thing out the window, like, and I was like, Mick, I'll call up, like, relax.
What did I put in mine? I put in the.
What did you say, Dennis?
The 550s are just longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
Did I put
And
the
then-
Fusion in my SCX 1030?
I think you did that last time. Remember, you couldn't get it to work. I think you end up putting the Fusion in. Remember
Which
the
I
one-
already trimmed mine out for the 550s, so that'd have been fine. I think that I did. I took it out of the RG, whatever.
Yeah,
I
think
know
you
that-
could. 'Cause remember the
Yeah.
one that kept glitching?
Yep.
So that
So I
might-
swapped it out with another Hobby Wing. Yeah.
Yeah. You swapped it out with the Fusion.
I know that they used to make 750 motors, but I hear they're making 775s still, making 775 cans.
Yeah, 775. I think are on the summits.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's
Those
in my
things are-
boat.
That's a
That's
big
a big mama.
Hmm.
That's a Coke can.
Yeah.
And it's weird too because I remembered you done it, Tony, because I was going to actually send you a message today to see what way you did fit it before. Because it's weird, there's not a single video on YouTube on how to fit it, like that you had to cut that back and everything. Like, wasn't a single.
I read
video.
it somewhere because I did see that it was going to require some work, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe I just knew I could do it when I looked at it. Like, oh, I'll just Dremel it.
Yeah, but it's probably from other videos with 550 cans or something. If you type in install in the Fusion, there's nothing comes up about modifying that. Like,
It works great, man. All of my trucks ran really well there.
Aren't the Fusions 550s, or are they size of 550s because of the length? Because they have to
They're
have that thing inside.
540s, but the ESC makes it 550 size.
550.
Okay.
Somebody.
I remember some of the brushed Traxxas motors were like a 540 cam with a fan on the back of them, making them a 550.
Yeah, there were
That's-
some long ones.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what I have to run in my racing.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I-
12 turns.
That's what I have on my WL toy car. It has a fan on the back of it. And it's a 550.
Prime example.
People with your W, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a 550 right there, or 540, or 550. Yeah.
Yep,
Mhm.
right there.
Oh,
Yep.
that fan is in there to help
Right there.
cool it. The fan's in there to help it cool.
That's what I got in my Kyosho Rampage.
It's funny because those are the motors I burn up all the time,
Mhm.
I,
even with the fan.
Where is it? This one right here. It just let go, and I bought it new Halloween in 2018.
Oh, that's not
It
bad.
just let go.
That isn't bad at all. Do you
So
run
it
it
lasted 3
regularly or
years.
just for races?
That's for my races.
Yeah. Mine was an everyday driver, and I would probably get 3 months out of them.
You know-
Sang, you got to see my Kyosho Rampage also. You got to play with that one. You got to try it.
Yeah, I think I seen a video on that.
You still have yours, Tony?
I have 2 of them.
Okay.
Yep.
RC Retro just did
Too
just did
powerful.
a Rampage model on his show, or showed it.
I think I have 4,600 kV motor in it, the Castle. Way too fast.
I guess.
I just had it available, so I stuck it in.
Cool.
Now, I did change a motor and tried a different gear ratio the other day out front, and in 2 minutes I burned up a 12 turn.
Whoa.
On the Rampage?
On my Slash race truck.
Okay. I bought a 12-turn Traxxas, and I have the XL5s. That's what I plan on putting in it. It doesn't need to be anything but a 12-turn in that Rampage. It's fun.
If anybody wants to have news on Steve OD, go to RC Reactivated, a YouTube channel. He did 2 dedications, one on his guitar channel and one on his channel, talking about Steve-O and what's happening with him and all that. Go give him a shout out there, and go type a comment, and Steve-O's going to read that. And also, just to let you know, Steve OD just subscribed to RC Talk Live, this channel, tonight around 10 o'clock. So he actually might be watching right now. So
Yeah, because he didn't realize it was an RC talk until he was on my chat on Tuesday. He didn't realize. He kept saying he wasn't getting notifications of your chats, so we told him what happened and what was going. I'm actually going to reach out to him. I'm going to reach out to him and see if he'll give me his passcode for his YouTube. And Friday nights, because then he'll get YouTube money in for monitor. We'll run his show for him.
yeah,
On
you
Friday
can get him
night.
some hours and some views.
Yeah, get him some stuff up. So
Cool.
That works.
yeah.
Cool.
So,
At least
saying,
we could to help him this weather.
That's
are you
awesome.
gonna join us next week? Well, I hope Steve-O does well. Are you gonna join
Maybe.
us next week? Because it's been a while. This is a long time since we've seen you.
Yeah, I go to bed around 10:30.
But it seems like you took down a Dave at the hobby store, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to pop by and see how's everyone doing.
Cool.
Anyway, speaking of bedtime, I probably should log off.
Cool. Well, thanks for popping up, and
Thanks,
we'll
thanks,
see you next
Sang.
time.
See you later. Good to see you again.
Yeah, see you
Good to see
Sang.
you, Sang.
And
Thanks,
I
Sang.
might show up this weekend with a couple cars for you to
Yeah, I'll
play.
be there Saturday and Sunday. All right. All right. Bye, everyone.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hey, Frank, are you going to be bringing the Rampage? Because you said you're going to show that to him.
I did get the world's smallest lipo today, though.
Is it
With
a
huge,
is it
look at
3
that
points?
plug on it.
The connector's bigger than the friggin'
Is that the
know, yeah.
balance plug?
Yeah, it is a balance plug.
Yeah, it's a 300 milliamp 30C.
Jeez.
That's 30C is pretty good for something that size.
And that's a
It's
2-cell.
perfect for inside the receiver. Just fits
Yeah.
perfect in the receiver. $7 or $8, $7.99. Couldn't go wrong with that.
What are you going to use it for?
For inside, it fits perfect inside the battery tray of the Fly Sky.
Oh, so it should give you decent length of time to run on it.
Yeah,
I mean, all it really is doing is giving out a signal.
yeah. So it
Not a lot of
work
power
perfect
going to
for
that.
Yeah, instead of using the double A's, but it's tiny. Like I'm sure you could probably make. It would probably fit them 1/24 or something, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it has the right GST or the
Yeah, that's what's
2.0.
wrong. A little.
Yeah, that's about the same size.
What is it? The P something 2.0.
Yeah.
I was
It looks
like
surprised
it-
on these thing on the radio link. You can put up to a 4S in there. There's a lot of room down here on the bottom.
Yeah, there's tons of it. There is plenty of room.
Why
in
do you
there.
need 4S? Why does it make it go faster?
Yeah,
No.
like
It just lasts longer. It lasts
That's
longer.
longer, or hopefully it gives you a mile range. Right.
No.
It has more voltage usually, but
yeah.
is it more milliamp hour or what?
Yeah, the more voltage you're gonna have, the more milliamp hours you're gonna have. The longer your battery is gonna last. So if I put a 1S, 3500 milliamp, 2S, and the 3S or a 4S, same size of battery, but the 4S is gonna last longer.
Because of each one of those cells is running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's
not-
only drawing from a few. It's not drawing the same amount of power. Then gotcha.
There's the one out of my SCX24, Sean.
Oh, so this one's even smaller, probably. Like,
What milliamp hours is that?
this is 2S too, like. So it's not that big. It's only 300 milliamp, like.
No, I have one smaller than that,
This is
but it fits in the
350.
helicopter. It's a very
Yeah.
thin one.
Oh, the
I got
little
one of
thin
those
ones,
two right
yeah.
behind me.
But for 2S though, it's crazy, like the size of this freaking
Yes.
thing.
And it still produces 30C. That's
Yeah.
another thing.
They're really 30C. Wow.
Those
Yeah,
are,
that's what the
those are puff packs right there. Is what those are.
Yeah, that's why it's only inside a controller.
Those get nice and round like a ball.
Yeah.
Put that on your slash and see how
My
much
Spectrum
runtime-
controller, I have 3S in my Spectrum.
Oh yeah.
I have double A's.
No, but I have the big stick one though.
I
If you
just
put
found
double
out.
A's in the big stick one, that it would suck the life clean it. Because even with a 3S lipo, you don't see it quick. It even drains down like
yeah.
it's crazy.
I just found out that the 14.5 lithium ion batteries are the same size as a double A, so I could technically buy some and put them in my toy crate and probably burn them up in 10 seconds with the 3.7 volts going through it, each battery.
I
Trust me,
showed
I
this
might.
to Sean the other day, but check this out, Frank.
Cool.
Radio link.
The
I
radio
ended up
link-
getting in a box of stuff a couple of years ago, and it was put away in a cabinet, and I didn't realize until I pulled stuff out of there the other day.
Is that a 10 channel or more?
18.9, so it's a 9 channel.
9 channel? Cool.
So just needs the battery cover on the back and need a receiver for it.
So I technically could put that in my Pagani, and it would run like one for a few minutes, for a few seconds.
Don't know.
I'm tempted to do it.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you get it on video.
Of course, I'd have it on video.
But make sure you make a video of it, or else it didn't happen.
I mean, it would be like be running like 18, or it's like running 18 or 20 volts through the damn thing with 5 cells at 3.7 volts.
So Tony, what's your next RC you're going to be buying?
I just bought the UMT.
Which
You're
one?
funny.
The,
Stuff
the UMG 10.
The UMG 10? Really?
Yeah, and I got the I ordered the Scalar Fab bumper, the full size one that they make for it, and I got the sliders that actually go underneath it. If you looked up the Scalar Fab site, they're pretty wicked looking.
Did you get the ones that they had on theirs?
Yep, pretty much exactly.
Yeah, those are nice.
Now you're
Yeah, I
gonna have to
mean, they
build-
make some that have better approach angle and all that, but I just wanted it to look. I don't know. I'm not into super comp stuff, so although they had their first comp, they're starting weekly comp crawling at our local shop, Track Here, that
now,
indoor one.
Are you
Tonight
gonna?
was the first one? I missed it, but I need to figure out how the classes work and all that. That's the only thing I don't like about competition stuff.
Mhm.
I just build my trucks how I like them. I don't ever think about rules of what they have to fit into. So
Yeah, the problem is if you put too big of tires, you end up in class 3, or something you might do is going to push you in class 3.
yeah, I never do big tires. I mean, I shrunk down my SCX 10.3 ones.
Okay.
And then the biggest ones I'm running probably are on my Gen 8,
Okay.
and those are stock.
Yeah, you
Whatever
want
those
to
are.
find out if they're running by Sorka rules or if they're just doing house rules.
Yeah.
They're doing Sorka.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wheels, whatever the wheels you have on that white SX3 you have, they actually just look perfect on it. When you had it out at UST, there was one shot of it coming, and the wheels were just perfect.
It looks like a real truck. So yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks really
like-
steel like that. Looks good.
Not like these. Like these are the ones I'm doing for mix. Like they're like big freaking. They're the original 3 tires, and they're like big tractor tires.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Yeah.
are big tires.
Fucking crazy. Like.
So I ended up getting the landmines by J Concepts, and I was going to they make the different heights of them, like 3.9 or 3.1 or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what the sizes are usually?
3.74.
And then
3.9, and 4.1, 4.9.
whatever the
So no-
smaller diameter is of the tire.
Yeah,
That's what I was getting.
Like the 3.74. It's the smallest.
Yeah. But I ended up switching it because I was going to put on my Gen 8, and the big tires do look good on that because it's such a big truck with the body. If I'm keeping that body on, the bigger tires actually look scale on under that huge body.
Mhm.
So technically, you're putting a 37-inch tire on it that's 10 times smaller. That's what it is. The tire would be 37 inches tall.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're that big.
No.
I think they're like 30. They're 3.1. Here, let me just look up J Concepts.
That would be a
real quick.
31-inch tall wheel if you went by 10 times making them bigger.
Well, that's why I put a 120 millimeter size tire max limit on my build off comp, is because if you go much bigger, it makes everything too easy.
Oh, I'm actually thinking of the Hustlers. The Hustlers are 3.74.
Yeah, so these are 4.19 inch outer diameter, and then the other one's listed as a 1.9. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's 1.9 wide.
Yeah, 1.9 is the wheel diameter.
Yeah, so it's one.
So
one
the 4.19 outer diameter, that's the bigger outer diameter.
yeah.
That'd be a wide tire.
Total tread to
So
tread.
I wonder what this outer diameter is then.
Probably the width of the tire.
Well,
Wouldn't that
these
be
are
like
4.7. So yeah, so I got the 4.1 would be the
Smallest ones. Yeah.
yeah.
But it's actually the Boom Racing Hustlers. They do this 3.75.
Yeah.
That makes it sound like it would be this, if it's the width-wise going from end to end of the tread, it would be like running one of the sports car tire on a very fast sports car. It'd have really wide tires on it. It's more than a foot long, foot wide.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's cars that have 14-inch wide tires.
It's hard to get them Boom Racing Hustlers at
Yeah.
at the 3.75 size. Like,
Speaking of tires,
so then I did that myself.
Backwards RC had a YouTube short video of a HGP low profile tire going balloon which I've never seen before in my life. I didn't know you could get a low profile tire to balloon, but he did it.
The balloon.
Must have a lot of power there.
Oh yeah. Like the HDP tire is like a 2.2 rim with a 1.9 tire on it.
Okay.
And yeah, he made that balloon, which was amazing.
He must be running over 7,000 RPM at the wheel.
Oh, don't know. I think it was a 3,300 kilovolt motor on his Slash, I think.
About 15,000 RPM at the wheel.
How much?
About 15,000 RPM at the wheel.
Oh,
Yeah. And one of my subscribers said, "Oh, why don't you hold the other wheel on the other side and give it a go?" And because it was an open diff, it immediately gave more power to the wheel that was spinning. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's got a little short on his channel showing the tire going from tiny to huge and then back to tiny again.
Cool. So
I
we're
did
going
that
to
with
start doing the round robin to say goodbye to people, and we're going to start with John Martin.
Thanks for having me, Tank, and see you folks on the next one.
Cool. Lazy Froggy, you're next.
Thank you for inviting Frank. Sorry I missed a bunch, but everyone stay safe and have fun this week.
Cool. Thank you. Dennis.
Thanks for the invite, Frank. Nice talk with all you guys. Do this again next week.
Cool. Thank you. Sean's RC Adventure.
Everybody, thanks very much for taking the time to stop in. We'll see you all. I guess I'll see you Sunday.
Cool. Tony.
Yep. Thanks, Tank, for keeping these things going. Always fun to chat with everybody and see what you're doing. Learn what's happening new in the industry. I haven't been keeping up like I normally do, so it's coming in here to hear what's happening. But yeah, thanks for doing this, Tank, and we'll see you all next week.
Cool. You should start a show called RC Conspiracy like that.
I
You
know.
what's
I'm
going
so
on.
behind on it.
you haven't had one in a long time.
Too much to keep up with.
Yeah, I know. Magnified.
Once again, thanks everyone for turning up. It's been great. Yeah, as you can see, ditch the wig. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch the replay at the beginning and you can see the wig. All right, until next time, thanks, Tank.
Not a problem. And last but not least, Brad Kalman.
Thanks, Frank, for having me at all times. I just love chatting with everybody, touching base every week.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Actually, before you go, Tank, if whoever's in the chat as well, if Steve-O gets back to us, we might actually have a live off Steve-O's channel tomorrow night, maybe.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
We hear back from Steve-O, so
cool.
We'll keep you posted.
If you do that, John, send me a link. I'll jump on.
Yeah.
Same thing. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Thanks everybody in the chat, and we'll see you next week and maybe tomorrow night on Steve-O. Thanks a lot, guys, and keep those batteries charged. Go out there and have some fun, and don't forget, if you don't break anything, you're not having any fun. Talk to you guys later. It's ended off YouTube. Now I got